Thank you. Look, yeah, it's working. Let's see if we can get to a presentation. Can everybody hear me fine? Yeah. All right. You have the little clicker? All right. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ahmed Zahran. I'm the founder of a company, a small startup called Infinitec. And I started Infinitec because I had a problem. My problem was basically that I had one of these, a flash drive for work. I had another one of these for my personal life. I had one of these to share videos at home. And if you open my office at home, I got about another 8. In my house, I have about 15. In each one of my laptop bags, I have probably 3 or 4. The fact is, my data was being scattered all over the place. On CDs, DVDs, flash drive, it was just going crazy. And what I did was, I searched for a solution, and that solution was the infinite USB memory drive. The idea behind it was to find a device that looks and feels exactly like a flash drive, but acts like a wireless host. What does that mean? That means that the IUM, or the Infinite USB memory drive, leaves all your data centralized at home, in your office, on your servers, on your laptop, and extends it or streams it to whatever device you're going to use it on. For example, if I have a bunch of movies on my laptop and I want to play them on my DVD player, instead of going back and forth with my regular flash drive, every time it fills in, I got to empty it, plug it back in, put new movies in. I plug in my IUM into the DVD player, and what happens is all the movies that are on my laptop get automatically streamed. They don't move, they don't get copied, they just get streamed across. So I get to share as many movies as I want. There is no physical capacity to the IUM because there is actually no physical memory limitations on it. There's no memory at all. What it does is, it looks and feels like a regular flash drive. So you plug it into a DVD player, you plug it into a digital photo frame, you plug it into anything, and it'll always look like a traditional flash drive. What it does on the back end, it links back to a laptop, a host PC, that is the brains of the IUM. That host PC controls the behavior of the IUM. The reason we did this is there was a problem in the world. And here in the Arab world, we've managed to solve that problem. We've actually created all this technology here in the UAE, and now we've exported it to on a global scale. I'm going to get into a little bit how the IUM works, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit of what we're doing. Basically, if you think of it this way, think of the IUM as a device that to any, like I said, to any other client looks like a flash drive. Nothing more than a flash drive, plug and play flash drive. It doesn't need any drivers. It's a plug and play device. So I can plug it into anything that's got a USB port, and I can read a traditional flash drive. Even microwaves these days are starting to have it. So I could potentially plug this into a microwave. The fact is it has no memory on it whatsoever. What it's doing is, it's bridged to a host PC, and that host PC acts as the brains of the IUM. So the hard drive on this host PC gets virtually placed on the IUM. That means that whatever capacity the PC has, that capacity gets transferred onto the IUM drive. It doesn't get copied. It just seems like it's sitting on it. If I have any servers, any external hard drives, any connections to VPN, my work office servers, I can take all those, I can bundle them all up and make them seem like they're on this device. So in reality, what I end up with is an infinite type of capacity. So I can stream all this data, and this data, that's what I was saying at the beginning. You don't duplicate this data. This data always stays on your laptop, on your servers, wherever it is, and you don't need to duplicate it. It just gets sent across to wherever whoever wants to use it. Where can I use this? Well, there's a gazillion uses for this. Honestly, the basic use is probably to transfer files between 2 different laptops. You get an old laptop, for example, and you want to take all your files, all 200 GB across from one laptop to the next. Instead of using an external hard drive or going back and forth with a flash drive or putting things on a CD, you plug this into the new laptop, and everything gets streamed across. I could be doing this presentation right now wirelessly. I go into the new projectors, they have a USB port, I plug in my IUM, I share my PowerPoint presentation, and I don't need to fiddle around with cables. I can upload my pictures, stream movies, print wirelessly. Imagine the day where I'm sitting on my couch, I have an IUM plugged into each one of these devices, and from my couch I say, print these documents to the printer, send these movies to the DVD player, send these pictures to the digital photo frame in the kids' room. And I can have a smart home solution while I'm sitting down, without any wires, while I'm sitting down in my couch. That's the idea behind the IUM. The fact is, we launched this in August last year, and we've already had rave reviews. We've been reviewed in all these big reviewers online. Engadget, I think a lot of techies will know Engadget. Gizmodo, AOL, IGN is the world's largest gaming network, and a bunch of others. In total, we've had over 30,000 independent reviews just about the IUM. We've made a lot of noise. A lot of these reviews have been translated or actually written in different languages. We have up to 25 different languages. Today, if you Google us, if you Google Infinitec USB, you'll find over 350 sites talking about the IUM. We have over 100,000 blogs, tweets, etc. And all this with $0 spent on marketing or advertising, and only in a period of 8 months. We really haven't had a budget for marketing, and so it's all been via word of mouth. So we've achieved quite a bit, and just to give you a little sense of what people are saying about us, ThinkDigit says, Infinitec's IUM is said to be ready for launch and could be the best thing since buttered bread. Gadget Review says the infinite USB memory device does exist. Gizmodo says what it can do is pretty unique once you wrap your head around it. Then Gadget says Infinitec is a small startup looking to make big waves out of Dubai. And we are. We're making really big waves. Like I said, we're now known on an international scale. Any geek, gadget person out there knows what an IUM is. And that only in the span of 8 months, and only been commercial for 3 months. To give you a sense of where we came from and where we are today, we started about in July 2008. We created a global partnership. Today we have around 40 people that are working on this device, on this product. Everywhere from Far East to Europe to the US. We have our hub here in Dubai, our office are in Dubai, and we've created an immense interest at hype like I showed you. We've now sold this device in over 35 countries. For the future, we're planning to roll out another 3 products for next year, for 2011. We have a total of 8 to 10 different products coming up in the next few years. Next year, we hope to at least send out 3. 2012, we hope to be available through resellers and distributors on a worldwide scale. And by 2013, we hope to be a multinational with corporations in about 5 different countries. Finally, some firsts that we've done. They say, like Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum said, without challenge, life would be boring. We faced our share amount of challenge. And at the end, what we achieved was something very unique, very, very different. And these are some of the firsts that we achieved through breaking through all these barriers, all these challenges constantly. The first one is that we created the world's first infinite USB memory drive. It didn't exist before we came into the market. The second is that we've become the first Middle Eastern company to create technology, consumer electronic technology, and export it to the rest of the world. We have the label on the back of our devices saying, made in the UAE, and we're very proud about that. We got tired of importing technology, and we wanted to, for once, as Arabs, export this technology, and that's what we've achieved. We created a dongle with the world's smallest computer, the 400 megahertz processor computer. Actually, if you open the IUM, you take it apart, what you'll find inside is a full-on computer, 400 megahertz processor, RAM, flash drives, Wi-Fi. It's a full computer, and it's the world's smallest. While we were designing this, most of the manufacturers and computer designers, hardware designers said it cannot be done. What you're trying to do is impossible. Several times over several months, we broke every barrier, we achieved it. And finally, we've created the first consumer electronic product with something called dual Wi-Fi, which is basically one single Wi-Fi chip, and they can connect to 2 different networks. So, as we've gone along, we've reached a lot, we've had a lot of problems, a lot of difficulties, a lot of challenges, and the one thing I've always heard constantly from people is it cannot be done. What you're trying to achieve is impossible. And today I stand here in front of you saying, whatever people tell you cannot be done, I assure you it can. I'm going to leave you with a video that we made a few months ago when we first launched the product. I hope you enjoy it, and I'm here for your questions afterwards. How come the sound is not on? Can we get the sound on? No? Okay, just gonna pause this.